Just talking off the cuff. Been making mead for about 24, 25 years. And learned a lot. Judged a lot of mead competitions. Done all kinds of experimental things. I can tell you from when I started, I knew nothing, and there weren't a lot of books about it, and it just was, very blind. And we were all back then, all the members of my club were just shooting by the seat of our pants making meads. We're doing what we thought was great, what we thought was good, tasty, and big, and they really weren't. And it's a process, and it's a process everybody goes through between getting, big fusel bombs, big alcohol fusel bombs that, because we weren't temperature controlling our fermentations, maybe using the wrong yeasts, stuck fermentations, too much acidity in the fermentation. It would just stick and wouldn't ferment out. We didn't know how to bring it back. Off flavors, you can't even imagine the amounts of off flavors we had at the beginning when we started making meads. We all thought it was great. We were all drinking it, and we're all happy with it. The reality is there's a way to make meads, and there's a way not to make meads. And what I find is most beginners get fusel alcohol bombs because they can't control fermentation. They have off flavors, stuck fermentations. Meads don't finish out, they're too sweet. Or they finish out and they're way too dry and out of balance. Or they're too sweet and they don't have acidity. They're too dry and there's too much tannins. There's so many different things that go on. There's sulfur smelling. When you're beginning, if people don't tell you, you just never know. And you'll never learn. And, I see these videos about making 30% alcohol meads. I see, videos of doing Skittles and all kinds of crap in there. They're just camouflaging stuff. And, they're just fortifying. I mean, to make real 30% mead and not fortify it's hard to believe. And I make big meads. I have 1155 OG meads going down to 1001, 1000. I've done that quite a bit. I have barrel-aged meads that dry out. Get them in the barrels at 1035 and let them dry out, and then back sweeten if we have to. We've done all kinds of things. But everybody goes through the same mistakes at the beginning, and until people let you know, and you can't take it personally. Nobody starts off running. You got to walk before you run. But the reality is, I have good friends that are judges, and I'm a judge. I help people, and that's how we all learn and grow. Some of the things I'm doing now, big barrel projects, blends, putting them in rum barrels, whiskey barrels, bourbon barrels, wine barrels, barrels that have beer in it. I've had beer in it before. And then we redo them, we redo the barrels, and we put more rum in there, let that age, take them out, put another beer in, take it out, put more meads in. We shake it up, we do all kinds of things, and it's very interesting, very interesting. We add coconut, we add all kinds of fruit. Another thing I want to talk about is this video that's been around on YouTube for a long time about Bochets and about how they're burning this stuff and, the cauldron and the whole deal. I got to tell you, people, I made a lot of Bochets, and I've done a lot of caramelizing honey, and I have friends that have done it at every temperature, for every length of time you can imagine. We have videos on it, and in fact, they were going to give a whole talk at the Mazer Cup about it. But the reality is, when you do these Bochets for too long a time, and you do them at too high a temperature, they get this metallic, inky, kind of squid inky, octopusy ink, kind of blood-like thing going on. It's not very attractive. Newbies might not recognize it, but it's really, really off. And it never gets better. Never goes away. Never, ever goes away. The best way to do is do it slow. Do it slow and bring the temperatures up slow to the last hour or so. And you'll get color changes and all that. You'll get some nice malty kinds of flavors, also umami flavors off, but not blood-like and ink-like. And that's what you have to be careful with the Bochets. And I wish they would tell you that on those YouTube videos. Instead, they're going to have you waste your time and money because honey's expensive. And trust me, I saw that video. I went out and bought a big pail, and I did it at 350, 400 degrees for 3 hours and all. By the time it was done, it was like a hot. We couldn't even get it out of the boil kettle. It was so terrible. That's my rant on that. I hope you found this candid thing valuable, and talk to you next time. If you want to get more information about how to make mead the right way, get some expert tips, get some troubleshooting information about kinds of honey and what that honey does in meads, in relation with meads, go to the description or the comments and grab a link to the copy of my ebook on Amazon. Also, there'll be a link in the description and in the comments to my AI tools that will really make your mead making super easy and wonderful. Anyway, happy mead making.